Hello, dear kiddos. Hope you all are doing good. So, we are doing the amazing mock series, which is going to be super helpful for your exams. And this is going to be the last part for this mock series. This is part 9, and we are doing mock question paper 2025. Let us begin without any further delay. Here goes the very Z gene is located at the cell site of PBR322. Then the recombinant host cell loses its kinemycin resistant, loses its tetracycline resistant, becomes ampicillin sensitive, loses its chloramphenicol resistance. Okay, what happens if you're going to put your gene in sal site of PBR 322? Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Okay, here goes the answer. It will lose its tetracycline resistance. So if you see PBR 322, right, basically it will have two antibiotic resistant sites. One is ampicillin, another one is tetracycline. So when you add the sal restriction enzyme, uh, what happens is that the enzyme location is located in the tetra R gene. So what happened? If you're going to incorporate a gene there, it will disrupt the tetracycline gene. Correct. Thereby, it becomes tetracycline sensitive. Correct. But ampicillin will remain functional, right? And they can still grow in the ampicillin rich medium, but not in tetracycline because it will disrupt the tetracycline site. Okay, so the correct answer is it loses its tetracycline resistance. Choose the incorrect option with respect to a female cockroach. Female cockroach. Fat body, nephrocytes, and uricose glands help in excretion along with Malpighian tubules. A pair of spermathecae is present in the 6th abdominal segment, which opens into the genital chamber. The 10th segment bears a pair of jointed filamentous structures called anal cerci. Blood vessels are poorly developed and open into hemocoel. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. The question is, which is incorrect, which is the wrong statement with respect to female cockroach, right? So definitely option A, because in case of female cockroach, there are no uricose gland present, right? Only in male you can find uricose gland playing a major role in excretion. In case of females, it's just the Malpighian tubules which will help in excretion. You can check the answer, right? In female, it is carried out, excretion is carried out by Malpighian tubules and uricose gland present only in male cockroaches. Uremia is a condition of malfunctioning of kidneys that lead to accumulation of what? Uric acid in the blood, urea in the urine bladder, urea in blood, uric acid in kidneys. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Uremia. Right. This is a very simple thing, children. So when they say uremia, it's malfunctioning of the kidney in the human beings, right? So what is the nitrogenous waste produced by the humans? It's urea, right? The aves and the reptiles, they have uric acid in their excretion, whereas in mammals like us, it's urea. Correct. In fishes, if you see, it's ammonia. Likewise, uremia refers to urea in blood. Okay, yeah, see, this leads to accumulation of urea in the blood. Urea is the waste product formed from the breakdown of proteins. Yes, the ornithine cycle should come to your mind, and when it builds up in the body, it becomes toxic and may lead to kidney failure. Which of the following does not hold true for red muscle fiber? Which is not true. Okay, not true with respect to red muscle fiber. Slow rate of contraction for longer periods, have less sarcoplasmic reticulum, depends on anaerobic process for energy, have more number of mitochondria. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Okay, the answer is depends on anaerobic process is absolutely wrong. The red muscle fibers, you can also call them as aerobic fibers, right? If they are going to have so many number of mitochondria, of course they play a huge role in aerobic respiration, right? Yeah. So basically, if you see, they are known as aerobic muscles and are designed for slow but sustained contraction, and they can work for a longer period without fatigue. They have more mitochondria, which help produce energy using oxygen and less sarcoplasmic reticulum when compared to white fibers. Yeah, they mainly rely on aerobic respiration, not anaerobic respiration. Next one. For normal fertility, at least how many million sperms are needed out of 300 million sperms per ejaculate must have normal shape and size and must show vigorous motility. Choose the option correctly with respect to human males. Okay, 72, 180, 120, 90. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Okay. Yes. So this is very simple, children. 72 is the answer because see that if there are 300 million sperms, 60% of that is going to show vigorous motility. Okay, so what is 60% of 300? 180 sperms. Out of that 180, only 40% will have normal shape and size. The 40% of 180, 40 divided by 100 into 180 is equal to 72 million. Correct? Simple. So 60% of the given 300 will have vigorous motility, and 40% of that will have normal shape and size. Okay. In chronic smokers, the alveolar walls are damaged, which reduces total surface area for exchange of respiratory gases. This disease is called asthma, atelectasis, bronchitis, emphysema. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Alright, children, if you have been to movies, the very first disclaimer they put for not consuming alcohol and for restriction for smoking, you can see the video displaying a condition called emphysema, right? That's how they put a disclaimer to not smoke and drink alcohol, right? So there you can see this condition emphysema. So the chain smokers, right, when their alveoli gets affected and they have the respiratory illness, that we call it emphysema. Yes. Which of the following hormone works by the mechanism illustrated in the image? Look at the image, you can see a hormone which is crossing the cell membrane and going and binding to a hormone receptor complex, right? What do you think is this now? Thyroxine, adrenaline, insulin, somatostatin. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. This is such an interesting question, right? A picture based question, right? So here, children, a lipid soluble hormone only can cross the bilipid layer, right? So only among the following hormones, the only hormone which has the lipid soluble capacity is thyroxine. That's why it can cross the cell membrane and go bind to the hormone receptor. All others are non-lipid soluble. Okay? Yes, exactly. You can go through the answer. Select the incorrect statement. Okay, lysozymes present in saliva and tears destroy certain type of bacteria. Interferons are synthesized in response to mycobacterium. Ringworms in human is caused by fungi. Fast distribution of medicine can be achieved by injecting it into the veins. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. I would say the level of difficulty here is very easy. Children, you are learning from your lower grades that interferons are synthesized in response to viral infections by the body, not mycobacterium, right? Yes, all other statements are true. A respiratory gas, X, has an insignificant role in the regulation of respiratory rhythm in humans. Identify X and select the correct option. About 20 to 25% of X is transported by RBC. Every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood delivers approximately 4 ml of X to the alveoli. 3% of X is carried in dissolved state through the plasma. X is a harmful gas and it is released only during catabolic reactions. First of all, you have to know what is X. Only then you can pick the option. Identify X. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Okay, so definitely X, which plays a major role in respiration, is oxygen, right? It's very true that only 3% of oxygen is carried in the dissolved state through plasma, correct? Yeah. The role of oxygen in regulation of respiratory rhythm is quite insignificant under normal condition. Instead, the level of carbon dioxide and H plus ion play a more important role in controlling breathing, correct? Among the given option, if you see 3% of oxygen is carried in dissolved state in the plasma. Most of the oxygen is transported by hemoglobin in the red blood cells. Okay, and only a small amount remains dissolved in the plasma, and that small amount is 3%. Which of the following represent a palindromic nucleotide sequence in DNA? Please go through. You all know what is the meaning of the word palindrome. You have to see every little detail. Of course, it's a simple question. Don't make a minute mistake and choose the wrong option. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Yes. So children, I suppose many of you might have chosen option B. Children, you also have to see whether it's a perfect mirror image of 5 prime to 3 prime. 5 prime to 3 prime, the mirror image is going to be 3 prime to 5 prime. Right? If you look at B, option B, the sequence is palindromic, but you have to see the 5 prime, 3 prime ends. That is not mirror, right? So that's why option C is the right answer. Okay, it should read the same in reverse also. That is what is meant by a palindromic nucleotide sequence, where the sequence of base pair reads the same on both the strands when read in 5 prime to 3 prime. When you read it from 5 prime to 3 prime end, both should be the same. That is the meaning, right? Yes. Yeah, so fast we have completed. That was the last question, right? And I find these questions to be very, 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 useful for you, because these are different set. Here we saw picture based question, a sequence based question, and all. I hope you enjoyed. And children, for more such videos, please do like, share, and subscribe. And subscribing will be a great motivation for me too, right? I hope you all are preparing well for your exams. All the very best. Do well. And for any queries, please do contact hdlearns@gmail.com. Okay? Yes. All the very best. Tada. Bye.